welcome back to We Need Space, a podcast about actual asexuality by an actual asexual. My name is Mag Piper, and I will be your host today, as always. Thank you so much for your patience with me. The last few weeks have sent me for a loop, physically, emotionally, and interpersonally. Hopefully, with the conclusion of this week, all of the mess will be cleared up and I can enjoy my holiday season as well as anyone working retail can. I did intend to have my Patreon up and running by now, but unfortunately there have been multiple complications and I'm just really tired of anything that isn't playing Untitled Goose Game. The good news is, it's Asexual Awareness Week. That means that there will be 2 episodes this week, one today and another on Wednesday, should all go to plan. Fingers crossed. Today's episode is more of a half episode, a celebration for the kicking off of Ace Awareness Week. But my plan for Wednesday is a nice, long, juicy episode about asexual history. I did a small survey that Avon sent me, which should go up on their Twitter at Asexuality at some point this week. I'm going to go ahead and tell you all the questions and how I answered, just in case you don't want to go and find the tweet. Or however they're going to present it. I didn't exactly ask for details. My bad. The first thing they asked me was, why do you feel asexuality awareness is important? Now, if you guys listened to episode 4, when I talked about my experience with asexuality, you'll be familiar with quite a bit of my answer. I just made it a little more cohesive. Here is what I said. Asexuality awareness is important because there are kids who have been taught that they are going to have urges as they get older, and when those urges never come, they try to force them to happen. I knew I was supposed to have urges, and by the time I was 12, I knew, in theory, how to perform a blowjob, because I had tried to induce urges that weren't going to happen by spending time in teen chat rooms. By age 14, I could roleplay sex better than most of the adult men I had met on those teen sites, and I still didn't have any urges. The media and my peers told me I was supposed to want sex, when really, all I wanted was to talk about ancient Egypt. If my mom had known about asexuality, or if it was more prevalent in popular media, maybe I wouldn't have the same experiences and traumas that I have. Awareness is important so that other kids have the option to say, I'm asexual, and not worry about why they don't think naked people are interesting. Awareness is important so that no one gets to age 19 still feeling broken and lost. The second question they asked was, what could be done to improve ace awareness in the media? So many things. So many things. I kept my answer brief, though. For one, more ace characters. BoJack Horseman is doing a really great job with their canon ace character, but there could be more. Also, no more straight-washing canonically ace characters. Here's looking at you, Riverdale. Not everyone is going to go back and read the original source material for the characters, so they won't necessarily know that the character wasn't always a straight character. Last but not least, they asked, when did you first discover the term asexuality? In response, I said, age 19, my second semester of college. I knew demisexuality was a thing, and used that label from age 16, but it still didn't really fit. I stumbled across asexuality on Tumblr and got curious. The rest, they say, is history. It made me feel like I'm actually doing something good, that I'm helping spread awareness in some way when Avon sent me a message about the Q&A in the first place. I am the first to admit that there are louder voices and more influential voices out there, but I'm happy nonetheless. I really look forward to seeing who else was asked those same questions and what their responses are. I could learn something new, which delights me. Please, if you know someone who isn't aware that asexuality exists, give them a heads up this week. It is so important that asexuality gets a bigger platform as an LGBTQIA identity. It is important that it becomes destigmatized, that it spreads farther than it already has, so that kids don't grow up feeling like they are wrong for something they can't help. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Every listen, comment, and like really helps. If you can, feel free to buy me a coffee. The link is in the description, as well as my Twitter bio. You can find that Twitter bio at NeedSpacePod, or you can email me at weneedspace.podcast@gmail.com. The music I use in this podcast is Mirror Mirror by Diamond Ortiz. This has been Mag Piper, and as always, thank you for listening.